Hey folks, Steve here. How you doing? Hey, exciting times, exciting times. Not only for me is it the end of school, because I'm a full-time teacher, part-time builder. In the summer, I get to go full-time building, and I love it, and I've already got projects lined up. Now, with that being said, the reason why I'm excited even more is that in 4 days, I actually hook up to this trailer. I'm in my tool trailer. I get to hook up to this sSMART tool trailer, and I'm going to go all the way to Tucson, Arizona. Now, I live in upstate New York. So, Tucson, Arizona, 4 days. And the reason why I'm going to Arizona is because it's the second annual Bulletproof Handyman Convention. I don't know if that's what it's exactly called, but it's Ray Duke Bulletproof Handyman Business YouTube channel. I've been following that guy for a long time. I don't know if I caught his first video when it first came out, but within probably a few months of that first video hitting, where he is sitting in a truck and explaining how he got into the handyman business. And while we're out there, I think that you can volunteer to teach a class or two. And that would then, if you take a class, if you teach a class, I believe it has tax implications in that there may be something through your accountant or through my accountant to where this trip could be somewhat tax deductible when it comes time next April, right? So I was out here today, checked my tent, set up the tent. I've got a small 2-man tent and set it up. I've got all the parts and it sets up easy, no problem there. Have a cot, I'll take it, but it doesn't fit in the tent. I have my sleeping bag inside, so I'm starting to gather all the stuff, grabbed all the extra tent stakes. I don't expect high winds in Arizona. I expect high temperatures. I do not expect high winds in Arizona. So I'm basically just kind of dotting my I's, crossing my T's. I check the air pressure on both of my tires for the trailer and my spare. Because I have the compressor on board, I just fired it up, and I topped off the spare with 7 or 8 pounds. 3 pounds over here. This one was good to go. Yes, they are. All the batteries are charged. All the tools are in here that I want to take with me. I'll be loading up my aisle. I have a 10 by 15 pop-up tent that I use for contracting. I'll take that with me for some shade. And then I'm going to roll in my all-terrain smart transport cart, ATST, go Star Wars. And my smart bench will be in there, and the smart cart version 1 will be there as well, along with my very first table saw. My table saw is right down there. My table saw cradle, so I can actually hang that cradle off of the bench and then use it. All of this will go into demoing, not demo like demolition, but demonstration as far as the smart trailer, the smart kind of system that Ron Paulk has developed, as well as organization and having the tools that you need for the job. Now, it's geared more for handymen, so I do understand that a lot of handymen are not going to have a build out like this because they don't need it. It's too much. So, that being said, it's just simply about organization, and whatever job you do, having the right tools, the right fasteners, the right adhesives, the right whatevers, materials, you are efficient on the job and you can earn maximum dollar for minimum hours. That is really, I guess, kind of the focus around all of this. So I'm excited. I am excited. It's going to be a few days on the road, just me, myself, and myself, Sirius XM radio. But I am looking forward to it. And it's been 20 years since Iraq, so it's been 20 years since I camped out in a desert under 100+ degree heat. I'm not acclimated anymore. I'd like to say that I've done it before, but that was 20 years ago. But it'll only be for 3 days. I can do anything for 3 days, providing that I don't pass out from heat exhaustion. Oh boy. Well, we'll see. So I'm excited about that. I will do some reporting from there. Nothing will be live or anything like that. I don't believe there's even any internet out there. For God's sakes, no internet. I mean, we're talking primitive, out in the desert. Hadn't done anything like this. This will be impressive. So anyway, I did come out here and I got the trailer ready to go. I looked around, kind of tidied some things up, vacuumed the floor. You know, people are going to be in here. They're going to be taking a look at it, whether they're interested or not. I don't want it to show badly, you know. So I have just simply tidied up. There wasn't much that I needed to do, but I did have some spillage of some joint compound dust or joint compound powder on the floor, so I cleaned that up and got the leaking bag into another bag and things like that. And then just looked around, cleaned up the countertop, which is always, the collector of stuff, that's my countertop. Fortunately, it is only about 16 by 20 inches, so there's not much countertop there. It can't collect much, and that is a good thing. I would like to have double the counter space next trailer but right now it's a good thing because I can only pile so much stuff up on here. Otherwise, I've got to figure out how to put it away. I relabeled a few things in here. Labels had gotten worn, so I kind of wrote back over it with a Sharpie marker. Now this yellow, it's black Sharpie, but the yellow labeling that I am using is a fast cap edge banding is what it is. It's adhesive, pre-adhesive edge banding, and it's 1 inch wide, and I got the yellow because, not really because I'm a DeWalt platform, but because I am colorblind, that the greater the contrast, the easier, the quicker it is for me to see and kind of register whatever I'm looking at. So that's, I think, originally why I gravitated towards these yellow and black tools. They're just easy registering in my eyes because of the high contrast, as opposed to something that's a little less contrasting like a Makita, where it's, kind of an off color of some sort. All right, well, I'm going to just show you around here quick. It's starting to rain out here. So I'm going to show you around quick just with the tidied up trailer. Not much going on, but I'll just show you that, all right? Well, let's get going. Got to be able to see the screen. Okay, so a little bit of relabeling down there. You can see how dark it is now. It stands right out. Nothing really going on in there. I repurposed that hook for my hearing protection. That hearing protection in that bag is actually one, you see that little antenna sticking out right there. That's where I can Bluetooth in for my phone. Everything is ready to go here. Everything is just travel ready. Nothing to do there. While I was in here, I did check my stock of screws and nails and just basically noted that I need 1¼ inch drywall screws. Tidied this up a little bit more, but there's not much to do because I have all those drops and towels in the back. So radio battery is charged, drywall shelf ready to travel. I'm missing my picture hanging kit, but that shelf is ready to travel. All of these drawers down in here are ready to travel. They're all labeled, ready to go. On this cabinet bank, what is called typically drawer bank 3 if you go by Ron's plans, on the end I have created an end cap with like just a kind of a thin shelving. I call it a Vutainer like shelving system. And what you see basically is just I have created a secondary hardware store all the way down into, then it gets into chemicals all the way down there. And if you go around the corner, it looks like that. So here is a secondary hardware store with kind of intermediate amounts. Okay. Now, plank system, blower, extension cords, because I do have a few things that are still corded, tower lights for job site, plumbing grab and go, a couple of towels for drops, some chemicals. You see a bunch of clamps all up in the rafters. Brand new, I bought that DeWalt fan specifically for this trip, so at least I could move hot air, because moving hot air feels cooler than stagnant hot air. Hole sockets, that's my carpenter's rig. Behind it is my electrician's rig. Sawhorses, old table saw stand. That's a 10-3, 20 amp, 100-foot extension cord, which brings my shore power into me. Then I just pigtail to it. 100 or 150-foot Flexzilla for air. Then the cubbies, all the way through, they're ready to go. This is the top bank of cubbies with the bigger tools. Extra batteries, battery charger, battery charging system. Down here is my small set of cubbies. Down here in drawer bank 1, which is just a single thin cabinet to allow for the compressor to sit in that cubby. Then beside it is one cabinet of drawer bank 2, again according to Ron's plans. Everything is all labeled. And then a second bank of drawer bank 2, all down here. Everything again all labeled. Here's that dreaded countertop that catches everything. I still didn't clean it all up. Pencils, all that kind of stuff on what again I call a Vutainer shelf. Lots of magnets. That stuff actually does not fall when it travels. Markers, some dishwashing liquid when I test for gas fittings. Some grab and go tools that I only use around the trailer. Additional just grab and go around the trailer tools. A couple of glue bots up there that I haven't bothered to refill at the moment. And then just some other adhesives. Hat, hearing protection, eye protection, one of those headlamps. More of the same down here. On the edge, what you see are cleaners. It didn't honestly take much to get this ready to travel if I were just going to a job site. Or, again, if I'm almost going across country. There's just not much to do. This trailer is almost always exactly the way it needs to be in order to travel and then hit a job site unload and get going, except for anything that I will put in the aisle, which would be specific to whatever job that I'm on, because that would be the extra tools that I don't carry all the time. Well, folks, thank you very much for sticking with me. Lovely evening. It just started to rain pretty hard, so I'm going to have to jet my way back into the house, get this thing locked up. But I want you to take care and have a great day for whatever the rest of the day is for you, because you deserve it. If you would, please say thank you by liking and subscribing. Ring the bell if you want to get notified when I drop new videos. Otherwise, I would say have a pleasant day, have a pleasant evening, and I hope you see me on the next video. Bye.